Hello and welcome back. Today I'm going to make that planter that I mentioned out of some trash. This is the second time I tried this video. I went through the old video last time and right at the last few minutes I looked at the can and I'm like, that's on the wrong settings. So this is the second try. Luckily I had a second container. Cooking oil. When you go and you have to buy something at the store, if you think about the container and what can the container be used for? I always do that when I'm buying something in a container. Can I reuse this container? Can I repurpose it? This one is going to be repurposed. Around there, right here, there's a little ridge which gives me a good line to go by. I'll put a mark on it so you can see where it is on the video. So now, you can see that mark on the video, on the container I mean. Take just a utility knife and do as straight a cut as I can. Trim that with the scissors now to make it look a little better. Step number one. Step number two. On the bottom here, we have a little bit of a design, and there's a ridge. Just above that ridge, I'm going to poke 1, 2, 3, 4 holes. I'm going to use my wood burning tool. And go through. There you can see the holes. Just along right here, I'm going to put a series of holes right around the oval top. I need to make sure these are clear and a little bit bigger than what the wood burning tool would make just poking it through. There you have it. Roll holes around the top of the lid. This is marker tape, or flagging tape, whichever you want to call it. Just going to take a strip of it. I'm going to use the tweezers to get that through. So I had to pull a little bit in through like that. Then I bunch it up. Pull it through. I've got this piece that I left inside in behind the ribbon so that it will be hidden once I'm done here. So I don't have enough to go all the way, but that's okay. I'm going to poke this bit back in so that it hangs in there. I'm going to take a long strip. You'll see in just a minute why I'm doing that. Now, you see that in some places the rim is still showing that the flagging tape don't completely cover the rim. If you want to cover that up, then what you'll have to do is start going back the other way. This is why, no matter what you're using, you can have the holes big enough so that you can put 2 layers of it through. There, I'm going to tuck that little piece back in through. Like that. It's not done all the way around, but I'm going to leave that at that. This is what you end up with, a double. I'll bring it up close so that you can see it well. There's that section done. Now on to the next. Now here's the top that I cut off. I am going to take that off entirely. And I want to be able to lay it in the bottom of this container here, like this. So, the other thing I need to take into account is that I'm going to be putting soil up on top, and I don't want the soil to go down below. So I'm going to take my scissors and cut the corners first and see how that works. There we go, but it turns out here on top, so I need to cut this down further so that I can push it back against the wall. Now it fits down there nicely. Now if you're looking at this handle, it's hollow. Right there. And then right on the tip there, you see the hole? That's where the handle comes out. So this handle is a tube that goes from there all the way down. I just stepped out into the shop to get this piece of copper pipe. If you have a pipe bender, you can bend this nicely and keeping it round. But I don't have one, so what I did, I put it in the vise and I just bent it at so many intervals so I don't get it kinked off. What this is going to do is go down into the start of that handle, like so. I think I have to shorten it up a bit, so I'm going to shorten it to right there. Just a minute. And that comes up about the right height. Down in the bottom where I showed you that hole, right in here, I don't want soil to get into that, nor do I want soil to go out the main portion into the reservoir on the bottom. To prevent that, I'm going to take, what this is just a piece of the wicking mat like they use in nurseries. But you can use any material, I assume. Place this in. Now I'll put wicking material down there so that hole is not, the large hole is not open to the bottom and the small hole can't get clogged up with soil. Put that in. Take up my pan here and start putting soil in. As this portion, you see, it's still leaning out, so I have to pack the soil in so that I push it over. Now, the last part of this is your little end cap that you can buy with the copper tubing. And that's your little cap on top, so that nothing like bugs or whatever can go down your fill tube. To fill it, however, it looks like the soil is going up here, but remember, that's because I have the two layers here. The soil is actually going down from this point and down across this way. I could, with this jug, fill it directly into that hole, but a funnel makes it easier. Still can't pour it in too fast because the hole is small and you can see that the water is backing up. There. Now the water is up to the overflow holes that we put in here. I am going to plant these 2 lettuce plants in this planter. Now I'm going to lay this over there on the shelf under the strip LED lights. And this is the first one I made. What I have on here is what they call gesso, Gesso. I heard this base paint that they put on canvas, wood, and that kind of thing. It can scratch off of this plastic, but it won't fall off. So I can paint whatever design on this now that I want. The other option would be to print something on a paper with your printer and then just glue it on. So there's a number of ways of making the sides look like a beautiful planter. And there you have it, a planter from garbage. A wicking planter from garbage. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.